So good morning to everyone. Is it audible? Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Okay. The screen is visible?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now let us recap what we studied in the previous class. We started with in the previous classes. The one thing is procedural statements. So then one more thing is we studied in the procedure, that is structured procedures. So in the structured, we started from the structured procedures. In this, we studied two things. The one is nothing but initial statement. The another one is nothing but a always statement. The initial statement, if you see the syntax for initial statement, it will be in this way, like initial. Then if you are having more than one statement, you will have the begin. Then here the statement will be there. Then end. Then this is for initial statement. Then for always statement also we may have like begin. Then statements will be there. Then end. Now what is the difference between these two? This the initial statement will execute, or we can say how the statements will execute inside the initial statement in the sense that will execute only once. This will execute only once. Execute only once. What about this? So this will execute in loop fashion. Repeatedly it will execute. So it will execute loop wise. In a loop fashion, I can say. So that is the reason. So these two things we need to study in the structured procedures. So here the one more thing is we know the Verilog is a concurrent programming language. So like unlike C programming, because the C programming is a sequential programming language. Next, we've seen some of the examples how to use the initials. Inside that, as I said, we can use more number of initial begin statement within the in the behavior modeling only we have to use. Then one more thing, even the always statement, both will used in the behavior model only. Even you can use multiple always statement, multiple initial statement, but you cannot next to the initial and always statement. As I said, like always begin, then inside initial, again begin, end, then always. So we cannot write like that. Initial must be written separately, the always should be written separately. Next thing is, so the initial statement, as I said here, if you write multiple initial statements, then all those initial statements will execute concurrently. In the sense, inside the statements, if you write with a delay, so all the concurrent statements start with the same amount of delay only. So like as we seen in the previous classes, some examples also we seen. Next, with the help of always statement, we've seen some of the one of the example was clock generator, because the very important thing, you can use the always statement for to generate the clock. So as I said earlier, how we will do in the sense like for clock generator, if you want to generate that clock, so what we will do normally, so we need to apply like initial clock is equal to 0. So clock is equal to 0. So now what we need to generate a clock in the sense like, so this will be your clock. I need to generate like this with a 50% of duty cycle example. So how it can be done in the sense, so first you need to initialize, after that what we will do, we'll go for the always. So we'll go for the always, for delay we'll use after 5, clock is equal to not of clock. So what this will do in the sense, like first in 0 delay, the clock will be initialized 0. So after 5 delay, the clock will be invert. Then again after 5, again the clock will get invert. So for every 5 time delay, the clock value will get invert. Then totally for one clock cycle, to generate a one clock cycle, or the time period of one clock cycle will be 10 time delay, because the 0 is 5 delay, for 1 also will take 5 delay, totally 10. So when I use always, it will work as a, like as I said, it's a feed, it's a like a repeatedly it will work, or we can say it will execute in a loop wise. So when it is working in a loop wise, you need to think, when I write this statement in the Verilog test benches there, continuously your simulation will run. So if the continuously the simulation runs, so it won't stop, continuously keep on, it will run. So to stop that, what you have to do, we must to do in this way. So again you have to go for the initial, then we have to use hash 50, then I will finish $finish. If I do in this way, what will happen at time 50, the simulation will be terminated. So this is must if we are using always clock. If you use this statement is must. We must use in every program. So this is about the clock generator. Next, one of the example I'll say for blocking and non-blocking we said. So what is meant by blocking? What is meant by non-blocking statement? Well, let us recap. So the blocking, in the sense, I can say the blocking statement will be denoted as, will be equal to. We'll use equal to for non-blocking statements. For non-blocking statement, we use less than equal to symbol. This is what the difference. But what about the execution? You may think the blocking statement will work. It will execute in a sequence way. In a sequence, or I can say step by step. The sense, if the previous line is executed, then the next line, the value will be, the previous value will be updated in the next line. That is what the blocking statements. The non-blocking statement, actually it will execute concurrently. Here I can say that is the value will not be updated. Will not be updated, but here the value will be updated. Let us say the example already we discussed some example about the initial. So still, if you want, I will say give some of the example here for initial statement already we used. So now what I will do, I will go for the blocking statement. Example for blocking statement, even we done blocking statement examples also. See in the previous classes here. Let me once again recap those example. The blocking statement, this we explained already. The registers, we declare 3 registers. The register underscore A, register underscore B with the size of 16. Then integer is a count. Now all the behavior statement must be inside an initial or the always block. That is very, very important. Now let us go initial begin. We are writing the statements x equal to 0, y equal to 1, z equal to 1. Using these 3 values as a scalar assignments. Then even count is equal to 0. This is the integer variable. So we make it count is equal to 0. Now you can see here, whatever the things we return here, everything at time 0 only, because here only the time is started. So x is equal to reg underscore a is equal to 16 colon means the register A will be assigned a completely value with zeros. Then the register B with the register B with the initialize with what value now? Because here we written in this way. Register B, register A. So now let me write, this is register A is 0 in the sense. Then what about the value of register B? You see, think about, as I said, the blocking statement. This equal to symbol is nothing but blocking statement. What the blocking statement will do? It will execute in a step-by-step fashion. So the reg underscore A values all are 0. Now the reg underscore B is equal to reg underscore A. So the previously register, the A register value was 0. The same value will be updated to even register B also. Now at present time delay 0, the register A and register B, both the values are 0 only. Next, what you're doing, after 15 delay, the register underscore A of 2, that is in the array of 16-bit register, the A of 2 we have to initialize to 1 after some amount of delay. Next, again, what is this? 15 plus 10, that is after 25 delay, what you are doing, register underscore B of 15:3, that is the register B. That is your register B in that which one? 15th bit, 14th bit and the 13th bit. The values are allocated. Which value I should substitute there? It is equal to the concatenation x, y, z. What is x value? 0, y value 1, z value is 1. So 0, 1, 1 will be substituted in the place of 15, 14, 13 in the register B. When after 25 delay. This is what. Next you can say count is equal to count plus 1. Now you can say what will be the delay here. This already we said. See here, this is 0 delay. This first statement is 0 delay. This is also a 0 delay. This is also a 0 delay. This is delay after 15. This is after 25. Then what about this now? What about this? Anything else here? Count is equal to count plus 1. What is the delay here now? It is also after 25 only, because we are not specified anything here. So it is coming in a step by step. So even at the time of delay 25, the count is equal to count plus 1. So it will do only one. Count is equal to 1. We will get it. The counter will not repeatedly count. Why? Because the reason is here we used always block, or we use here the initial block we used. So this is what increment. So that is what here we set will be executed. This already we explained in the previous classes. Then you see the one more blocking statements here. Module blocking the clock A comma C. The inputs are A and C. The input, one more input is clock. Here I am going to declare the output as C. The input is clock and A is the input. Then output is C. Then here the register is C. The one more additionally we are going to declare the register B here. Now see, always at the passage clock, again we return the statement here. This statement is nothing but blocking statement. We return a blocking statement here. B is equal to A. What is this meaning here? B is equal to A in the sense the value of A will be updated to B. That is the meaning, right? So here I can say example. Let us consider A value is 5, B value is 10. Assume in this way, or you can assume before this always you can write in this way. See, I will rewrite this code here. Let me rewrite. See here, let me rewrite the code here. Here only see initial right here initial begin. So here I will make A is equal to, just I am going to write in this way only. A is 5. Then B is equal to 10. Then can see I initialize the value. Now at this point A is 5, B is 10. Now you should think what is the output we'll get here. What is the output I'll get here now? So the output is now, let me write, what is the output you'll get now? B is equal to A actually. So B is equal to A value already is nothing but 5. Yes. So the output will be 5 actually. B is equal to 5. Okay, B is 5. Now what about C here? C is equal to B in the sense, what will happen? A is 5, B is 10. So here B is equal to A. So the A value is 5 actually. So the B is equal to 5 will be get. Next C is equal to B. Already the previous value B is 5. So C also will be 5. So now what happened? I am getting both the B and the C value both are 5 actually. So this condition only I can say is called as race condition actually. It is a race condition. This condition is called as race condition. So now what we need, we should not get like this. So we need to update the values are updated here. So now what we'll do here, this is the one of the example. Next we can see the one more example. It's an adder example. So one simple adder, how we can write in the behavior model, already we shown even this also. Here the output is 4-bit, that is sum out is 3:0. Then output is carry out, it is a scalar value. Then input like in A and input, that is B, A and B is a 4-bit. Then inputs carry in, that is C in is a carry. Then register is carry out because of output. Then one more is register also is there. We need to put sum out also. Then wire carry in, the input, the wire is there, the wire carry in also be used. So now let me say how to write wire in A in B, always at in A or in B or carry underscore in. So we are writing the 4-bit adder program using behavior model. This is one of the method, the sensitivity list you can write, means either A or B or carry in. If any one value out of this, any one signal get changes, if the values get changes, then this statement will get executed. Else you can write INA, INB, carry underscore in. Even you can write like that also. Even that also is correct. Now you can see here, need to produce the output, single output like carry out, sum out. Because while you are going to write the value, how will be written in the sense, always when I go to add, I make it like this only. So 4-bit, when I add. So what will happen normally, if the carry is not overflowing, the sum out will be 4-bit. But if the carry flow is overflowing, let's say example, I'll say here, this is plus 0, 0, 1. So now what I will get here, I will get as the value as 0, 1, 1, 1. So this is the one example. Here there is no carry overflow. I will get as carry over 0 will get. But if I go in this way, thus what I will get now? Here will get us, what will get now? In this. So we may get us in this like this, right? So we'll get us carry will be 1. Next term, I'll get first 0, the last will be 0. Next is first 1, 1, 0. Next will be 1. Next will be 1. Next will be 1. Next will be 1. See, this is the output I will get. But you see here I am getting only 4-bit, but here I am getting 5 bits. So this will be your sum. This will be a carry out. I don't want to lose this carry out. That is the reason here we are checking the output here like this. Concatenation we are using carry out, sum out. Automatically what will happen? We will get 5-bit. So INA in that is input A plus input B plus carry in. When I add it will give the result as. But I will get output separately in the waveform. But only thing is here we are performing the operation here concatenation way. But in the simulation we will get separately the carry out and the sum out will get separately. Next you will see the one other example, register A0, where we can allocate some value, we can initialize the value to in a register A, register A of 3 equal to 1, that is a bit select. So the value 1 will be assigned to, the value 1 is assigned to in the place of 3, register A3. Next, register A of 3:5 is equal to 7, means it says part select. The register of 3:5 will be part is equal to 7. Next, if you want to assign to memory element, we can assign like this also. Mem of address is equal to 8-HFF. That is the value address. That is in the memory of address. This value, which value? This value should be written in the address. Next is the accumulator. Carry comma accumulator is equal to register A plus register. This is a concatenation. These are the some examples used for blocking statements. Now let us see what is non-blocking assignment statements. The non-blocking assignment statements allow scheduling of assignments without block execution of the statements that follow in a sequential block. So simple, I can say the non-blocking assignment will allow the scheduling of assignments without blocking execution. So the blocking statement in the sense from the name only you can say it will block the execution step by step. It will be blocked. But here the non-blocking, it won't block anything when you are scheduling the assignments. So execution of statements that follow in a sequential block. So simple, I can say it will execute in a concurrent way. That is what I can say. So it will be evaluated and assigned in 2 steps in the non-blocking assignments normally. So one is I can say how the statement will be in the sense simple. I can say here it will be like this, like y less than is equal to A plus B. Example I am saying here. See, this is the example of non-blocking assignments. Now it will be evaluated and assigned in 2 steps. In the sense, the right hand side, this one, the right hand side is evaluated immediately. The assignment to the left hand side is postponed until other evaluation in the current time steps are completed. That is what it will be like. Here we use this operator. Here we are using this operator, as I said, see, less than equal to operator is used to specify the non-blocking assignments. Note that operator has the same symbol as relational operator. You can remember in the previously we studied less than equal to in the relation operator. That relation operator less than equal to, it is not same as less than equal to which are using in the non-block statements. So here the operator less than equal to is interpreted as a relational operator in an expression actually. Like if you use if statement, if some a less than or equal to means in the expression, if the conditional statement if you use, that will be like relational operator, but as an assignment operator in the context of a non-blocking assignment. To illustrate here, so behavior of the non-blocking statement and its difference from the blocking statement. Let us see the example where we convert some blocking assignments to non-blocking assignment. Then we will see some of the behaviors here, because sometimes what we need to know, we may need to convert the blocking assignment statement to non-blocking assignment statements. So very important thing here I want to say, the blocking statements are purely recommended for combinational circuits. If you are writing a program for combinational circuits, then the blocking statements are recommended. But when you are going to write the program for sequential logic circuit design, then non-blocking statements are recommended. It is very, very important here. You have to keep, as a good designers, they have to think in that way only. So if you are writing the program for sequential circuits, then use non-blocking statements. So if you are writing the program for combination circuits, then use the blocking statements. Then here, let me show the examples here. See here, this is one simple example here. The integer a, b, c, initial, begin, we initialize a equal to 10, b equal to 20, c equal to 15, then end. Then again I am going for initial, begin, we used non-block statements here. Now you can see we used non-block statements here. initial, or I will show like this also. I want to show very easy for like a number. Initial begin A equal to 10, B equal to, let me take a same value 20, C is equal to 15. Then end always begin statements are like this. A equal to B and C. A equal to A equal to B. Example I am showing. B is equal to A plus C is equal to A plus B. Then end. This is the one statement. Then continuously here I'm going to write. I'm showing both now. Blocking. This is non-block. Because we used this is very important. This only this is important. Here only you can say. Okay, see the statements only. Now let us see the output of this and let us see the output of that. As I said, now we want to say that what is the value of A. Now here you see the initialized values are 10, 20, 15. As I said, the blocking statement is what it will execute in a sequential way. In the sense, step by step execution will take place. So A is equal to B plus C. So what is the B value? B value is 20 plus C value is 15, then I will get the output as 35. Then now B equal to A. What is A now? It won't take which we initialized here, this value. It will take the previous value. What is the A value here? It is 35. A value is 35. Okay. Next up, A plus C. What is the C value here? C value is already given. It is nothing but is equal to this. It will be 50. Then what is C now? C is equal to A plus B. Now C equal to A plus B in the sense the previous A value was 35, then plus B value is 50, then C value is 85. This is the execution it will take place. Now let us go for this output. As I said, this will execute in a concurrent way. It will execute all these three statements will execute concurrently or continuously parallelly execute. Now A is equal to B plus C. What is B? B is 20 plus C is 15 is equal to 35. A value is 35. Okay. Now what is the second statement? B. B is equal to what is it? A plus C. What is A value? A value, it won't take this value because all these three statements are executing parallelly. So the A value was what? 10. A value is 10 here. 10 plus what is the C value? C value is 15. Then B. Next C. C is A plus B. A is 10 plus A plus B. B is 20. Then equal to 30. We can check now the output. See the execution, how it is taken. See, both will not give the same output. Both will not produce the same output when I use blocking statement as well as non-blocking statements. This is what. So same thing will be executed when you use the logic gates also. So example, I will say why will use that. See example here. Let me take now. Always again, this is the statement, the example they took. Okay, always at cos h always at cos h clock. Cos clock for every clock, okay, begin. Then let me write the statement like this: A equal to B and C. Then B A XOR D. B A XOR D. Next C A or B. A or B, then end. See here, A or B, then end. Now you can see here, can I use this? This is nothing but your combination circuit actually, as you know, correct? This is the combination circuit actually. Sorry, not a combination, sorry, it's a sequential circuit. See, cos h clock, right? It's a sequential circuit. Now what I will do here, and I use blocking statement in the sequential circuit, what will happen during the positive edge of the clock? So now simple, I can say what is the value of B. Let me type, I have to do something here. Let me take initial, begin, A is equal to 1, B is equal to 1, C is equal to 0. C, D is equal to 1. See, okay, I given like this. Now always at a cos h clock. This is the example of sequential circuit, but I used blocking statements here. If I use the blocking statements, what will happen? We can see the output. Let me show what the output it will get now, because I want to show the problem why it is recommended for combination circuit or sequential circuit. What is the output I'll get now? A is equal to, now A equal to B and C. B and C in the sense, what is B? B is 1, C is 0, output will be 0 now. Will be 0 now. Next, what is B? B is equal to A XOR D. A is 1, D is also 1, both are 1, 0. Next, C is equal to A or B. A1, B is also, sorry, very important here I want to say, B equal to 0, A equal to 0, that is correct. B is equal to A XOR D. B equal to A XOR D in the sense, what is this A? This A will not be this 1 actually, because it will take the previous value, this 0 only. So 0, I will write the value here better. B is 1 and C is 0 is equal to 0. Next, B is equal to A XOR D. A is now 0. Now it is 0. A XOR D. D value is what? 1. Then result. Next, what about C? C is A or B. A is 0 or B is 1. The result will be 1. A or 1. Now you can see, let me take an example with the same thing. I am going to change this. Going to change this. Same example I took here, but the only difference I am going to make is this. Only difference I made this. This is nothing but your blocking statement, right? This is blocking statement. This is non-blocking now. Non-blocking statements. Now what will get, see here, for positive edge of the clock, for every positive edge. So this will take for first, like for first cycle. This is for the first cycle. A value will execute. This will execute during the first cycle. Then this will execute in the second cycle. In the sense, like the value will not be updated here. See, this after first cycle only this statement will execute. After the second cycle only this will execute. So totally we need 3 cycles are required to execute this statement. But now what I will say here, let me take this. What is the output I'll get here now? Okay, let me take. What is A now? A will be B and C. That is B and C 0. Then B is equal to A XOR D. A XOR D. A 1 XOR 1. That is also 0. Then C is equal to A or B. A or B, it is 1. See, now this is the output I will get. So all these statements A, B, C value will be executed in a single cycle because this statement will execute in a single cycle. So it's like this, so many problems, some of the problems may come. Say example, when you are using a multiplexers in a gate level model, you know that you use some wires because of 4:1 marks if I take, the selection line will be S1 bar will be there, then S0 bar also will be there. When you are going to write those things using the expressions, what will happen? Some problem may occur. So you can try in your system by writing the program. See, even in the behavioral model also we can write, or I can say this is I'll say like A comma B comma C comma D. If I write like this, then automatically this is nothing but a purely combination circuits. Correct. So this will be a sequential circuits. So now that is what I want to say. The blocking statements used for combination circuits, non-blocking statement used for sequential circuits. So this is the examples here. Next is something like even if you want to add the delay, you can add the delay also in the statement. Say example here, if you want to add the delays, say example here, we can add it. Even you can add the like hash 5. Even we can add like this hash 10. Then hash 5. Even you can add the delays also. So it will execute. Next hash 5. Even you can write like this also. The delays are permittable inside the always statement. Even inside the initial begin statement also. See here, let us see the one more example here. The very important thing, the non-blocking assignments. So let me go for this with the example for you. First thing you see, the registers X, Y, Z, same examples only you use in a blocking statement also. The same this example only. So here you see, we mixed up the both, the blocking and non-blocking here. So register X, Y, Z. Some 3 registers are declared now. Next is the register 15:0, that is register A and register B with a wide of 16 bit. Next to the integer name, the counter is a variable. Now let us go initial begin, X is 0, Y is 1, Z is 1. Now count is 0, we assigned the same the way register A is assigned to 0, then register B is nothing but whatever the values assigned to register A, that will be updated in the register B here. It will initialize the vectors for register A and register B. Now you see the next example, register underscore A of 2, see, less than equal to, see this, here we used a non-blocking statement here, see, hash 15, 1 dash B1. So here this is something but the bit select assignment with the delay, see, even you can use the delay even here also, or you can use the delay even here also. That will be called as intra-assignment delay and inter-assignment delay we can say. So now here see register underscore B of 15:13 less than equal to hash done, that is delay concatenation statement of X, Y, Z. Now count will be count plus 1. Now we need to know how this execution will take place. So you see until here, correct? See until where this is delay is 0. Correct, this delay is 0, this delay also 0, then what about this delay? See, this is 0, This is 0. Next, even this also, second statement also 0. Third statement also 0. What about fourth statement? Even this will execute concurrently, right? So now we can say this will execute like how? What about the delay will be now? This will be first, which one will execute? Whether this statement or this statement. The first, this statement will get executed. Why? The reason is here after 10 delay. The first after 0, the 10 only. So this statement will get executed. Next only this statement will get executed. So I can say, so for 10, see, this is 10. This will execute. After that only I can say this statement will get executed. So because this statement, which one? This one I can call it as which one in the sense, I will say, see this one, which I'm saying this is nothing but a intra assignment delay. Which one? This one. See, this one called as intra-assignment delay. Even this also intra-assignment delay only. Even this also. Both are called as intra-assignment delay. Now we can see in this first, this is the register underscore A of 2. That is which one win? This one. This value will be which one? This one. Register underscore A of 2 will be assigned to 1. When it be assigned? It will be scheduled to execute after 15 units. That is why I said that. Next, this will be executed after 10 units. So this one. So next I can say last statement, count less than equal to count plus 1. So this will be executed in a 0 delay. See, this will be in a 0 actually. Time delay 0. Why? Because here I used non-blocking statement. So completely these three statements, this statement, this statement and this statement, all three statements will execute in a concurrent way. So at 0 you can see 0, 0, 0. First this will execute, next this will execute, next this will 0, 10, 15. So this is the order actually the execution. So irrespective of what which you wrote here, but the execution will be takes place based on the delay only. So here very important thing is here I need to say, like the simulator schedules a non-blocking assignment statement to execute and continues to the next statement in the block without waiting for the non-blocking statement to complete the execution. So that is why so very important here. One more thing is here I need to say, however, it is recommended that the blocking and non-blocking assignments not to be mixed in a same always block. See, here we written in a same always block. This is not a always block actually, it is a initial block, right? So but the very important thing is it is recommended that blocking and non-blocking assignments not be mixed in a same always block. So let me say why. See example here, some of the example here, one more thing I'll say example here, the module block, non-block, register A, B, C, D, E, some around 6 registers we declared. Now blocking statements. Example you see, already we shown the example. Once again the example I show. Initial begin A is equal to as 10, 1 dash B1, B is equal to after 20 delay will be 0, C is equal to after 40 delay will be 1. So now what is the meaning of this? It is a blocking statement because of the operator we used. Now the simulator will be assigns 1 to A at time 10. Next, the simulator assigns B 0 to B at time 30 because 10 plus 20 30 because it is used in the initial. Next, C will be assigned to 1. The 1 will be assigned to C when after 70, in the sense at time 70 we can say. Now the same thing you take in the non-blocking now. What will happen? All these 4 statements will execute concurrently. Means the D will be assigned to 1 at time 10. The E will be assigned to 0 at time 20. F will be assigned to 1 at time 40. This is what the meaning of that. So here it will not be updated. Your delay will not be added here because of non-blocking assignment statement. See here, one more example here. Module evaluates 2 of out. Output is out. We are declaring register A, B, C. Now let us write the initial begin. A0, B is 1, C is 0. Next end. Now write the statement. Always C is equal to C delay phi, time delay phi, inverter of phi. So what is the meaning of that now? It is nothing but first always find the sense at the time phi, the C will be invert phi. So for it is a meaning is equivalent to, or I want to say like this. The same statement will be equivalent to this. Always as C is as phi C equal to not of, both are same almost in the sense execution will be takes only. Then always at pos C begin. Now what? For every positive edge of the C, for every positive means C is a clock normally, right? It will be generated a clock. A less than equal to B, B is less than equal to A. Now what will happen here? It will be evaluates and the value will be scheduled. Then and executes in 2 steps here. You see, A less than is equal to B. So what is the output here? I will get in this place. A is equal to, what is the value? It's B. B is 1 actually. Next, what is this? B is less than equal to A. Means B is equal to what? A. That is 0. Now you can think here, if these two statements, both statements execute parallelly, concurrently. So A is equal to 1, then B is equal to 0. Now we may say some of the applications of non-blocking assignments. What are the applications of non-blocking now? Applications of non-blocking assignments. Now you consider the following examples where 3 concurrent data transfers takes place at a positive edge of the clock. 3 concurrent data transfers takes place in a positive edge of the clock. So 3 data. This is are the 3 data in a positive clock actually. So now always at positive edge clock begin. Now first register 1 less than equal to hash 1 in 1 means the value of input 1 will be assigned to register 1 at a time 1. Next register 2, what will happen? Less than equal to at negative edge clock into XOR in 3. What will this happen now? So this will be like at negative edge of the clock. See, very important, the register 2. At the negative edge of the clock, the in1 XOR will be evaluated edge of the right hand side expressions are evaluated, then the results are stored internally in the simulator. The right operations to the left hand side variables are scheduled to be executed at the time specified by the intra assignment, the series each assignment. So based on this delay, only this value will be immediately it won't be assigned. So here at negative edge, you may get confusion here. At positive edge, every positive edge of the clock, these 3 states will execute. But you see, when this will execute, it will execute only at negative edge. This is one of the some statements also we can write. Reg 2 less than equal to at negative edge into XOR in 3. So during negative edge, it will be evaluated here in this. Then during the positive edge, the value will be assigned to register 2. So now same register 3 less than equal to. So the value, old value of reg 1. This is old value of reg 1 in the sense not this value. What was the value which is initialized? That is the value. Actually, it will be assigned to register 3 after the delay of 1. So now for each positive edge of the clock, this is the following sequence will be takes place in the non-zone. So that is what here we written some 3 because how it will be done, all these 3s. So finally the register 1, register 2, register 3 are not dependent on the order in which the assignments are processed. So very important, you should not think all these 3 statements will not execute in a same order. So we may think, okay, we doesn't know which will be statement. Sometimes this statement we execute first, then this statement also we may execute at the same time instant. So we cannot able to justify that. So, but what will happen for every positive edge in the science? So once it is evaluated, say example, right hand side expression, once it is evaluated, so it will be stored in a simulator for the next clock cycle. Then the value will be assigned to the left hand side expression. See here, very important here. This is the one of the very example. It's an important one. This one. Example, in examination repeatedly they will ask even this also. Swap the values. See, read the question properly. Swap the value of register A and B at each positive edge of the clock using 2 concurrent always block. Using non-block statements to eliminate the race condition. They given the solution also they gave. First illustration, let us say 2 concurrent always block with the blocking statement. 2 concurrent always block with the blocking statement. Always at passage clock A equal to B. Always at passage clock B equal to A. Now how this will execute now? You should think now. So let me take first illustration. This is the first illustration. Okay. Illustration 1. First illustration. Let me write here. Illustration 1. Okay. Always at positive edge A equal to B. Always at positive edge B equal to A. Okay, see now what will happen? 2 always statement used. Both 2 always statement will execute concurrently. Okay, so what will happen? You should assign the value. Let me take the example here. I will take an example here now. Okay, example. So what I will do? I will take A value is equal to some 5. B value is equal to some 10. Will take examples. Okay. Let us take that. A equal to 5, then B equal to 10. Example will take like this. Now what the output will get? Now both will execute in at the same time. You have to remember these 2 will execute in a single pulse. In a single only, okay, in the positive edge of the clock, both statements will execute at time. So now what is the A I'll get now? We'll get output will be A is equal to B. So A is equal at a time, same single cycle only, A is equal to B. So A is equal to B is 10. Next, what is B? B is equal to A. So what is the A value? A is 5. See now here what happened in this, the values are not at the same cycle only. A is, see now A is equal to B, B is equal to A, because see this is nothing but your what statement, blocking statement. So A is equal to B, B is 10 actually already be initialized, so it will be 10. Next same time this A value will be updated here immediately, same value, so B also will be 10. See now what is our intention is we need to swap the value A and B, correct? That is our intention. So now see example, this is what, right? So what is our intention? C program also you might have studied. See, we are having 2 registers. This is the register called as A, this register is called B. In a microprocessor you might have studied. So we need to swap the value of B to A register, A to B register. This is our intention now. Now, if I use in this way, see, the values are not swapped. So, what I can do, the good idea is we need to do in this way. Illustration 2, I will say. This is, okay, controls. So this is our illustration 2. To overcome that, 2 can always block with the non-blocking statements. Now, so now we say, what is the output? Now we'll get same execution. We say this is our block. Okay. Now let me write the output. Here less than equal to here less than. Now these two statements will execute parallelly, but non-blocking be used. Now what happened? What is the value of A? A is 10. What about B? B is A value is 5. See now, earlier the value was A is 5, B is 10. Now what happened? A is 10, B is 5. So the value is swapped. So this is nothing but like kind of one of the illustration. So if you want to swap the value, see, we must use this kind of statements only. This is what here we said. So in this above, it will be very easy. In the first condition, as I said, in this, what happened? This is the condition already we discussed. What is the name of this condition? This is the name of the condition only. We can call it as race condition. This is race condition. This is earlier I said. This is called as race condition because both are getting 10-10. When in the blocking action, when the blocking statements are used. See, the examples here we shown. But in this, one more value also, like say example here, see, in different way I am showing. Always at the passage clock, begin A equal to B, B equal to A and. Now you may think how I can interchange this value in the sense, we can, both A and B will be getting the value previously stored in B. So here automatically what will happen? We will get the race condition. How we can overcome this in the sense? With the using of a blocking statement only in a simple way, like here see, always at the passage clock begin, we are creating a temporary storage called as TA and TB. Now what I am doing, the A value will be stored in a temporary storage TA, the B value will be stored in temporary B. Now I will write A is equal to temporary B, B is equal to temporary A. Now the values are swapped. See, but this is the correct swapping will occur, but we need two temporary variables TA and DB. But instead of that, if I use non-blocking statement, it will be very, very easy. So like even when you go for the simulation also, we may get, this is the example, even you can go through this examples which I gave for your purpose. See, simulation for the non-blocking statements. Here you can see model non-blocking as in the integer A, B, C, D, then register clock, always at passage clock. For every positive edge of the clock, this statement will execute. What is that? A equal to B plus C, D A minus 3, B is D plus 10, C is C plus 1. How it will execute now? You can strike here in this only. Okay, this is 2 or continuous. This is initial. Begin. We are monitoring the value. Just what dollar time, this is the current time. A is equal to percentage for D, B is equal to percentage for D, C is equal to percentage for D, D is equal to percentage for D. A, B, C, D we need to print. Now we are initializing value A equal to 30, B equal to 20, C equal to 15, D equal to 5. If we are initializing clock is equal to 0. See, this statement later we will see forever. This is like kind of need to generate the clock. This is also kind of generating the clock forever. For every 5, the clock will be inverted. And now, how the output will get in the sense? See here, for every positive edge of the clock, see A value at time 0. This is because monitor we used, time delays and all we are not used. At time 0, A value will be what? 30, B is 20, C is 15, D is 5 at time 0. But at time 5, because every clock we have to see, right? At time 5, what will be A? A will be B plus C. So you can see the B is 20, C is 15. So we'll get us 35. What about B now? B is D plus 10. What is D? D is 5. 5 plus 10 is 15 will get them. C is C plus 1. So C plus 1 in the sense, C is so much? 15. 15 plus 1, 16. What about D? D is A minus 3. What is the value of A? A, it won't take this value. Very important, clear that it won't take this value because of non-blocking. The A value was 30. 30 minus 3, 27. See, like this, it will execute. This is the simulation output of this. I hope you understood this. Is there any queries on this?